Today is Tuesday, March 27th. This is journal entry number 4, and I want to say it's about 6:28, 6:29 in the morning. And I want to say thank you for yesterday. Things were a little difficult yesterday, and I really didn't realize it until last night, and then it all just kind of started to make sense. Up until this point, I was always pretty fearless about speaking about you from an intellectual perspective in regards to discussing different topics or ideas and concepts. But I was always fearful of openly sharing my communion. And the videos that you helped me to create yesterday, they really helped to bring this into awareness, but also helped me to overcome them as well. Through that meditation, one thing really came into my awareness, and it was about the vision for this life experience. Helping me to create those goals last week in the schedule, it helped me to focus my energy on only the things that are most beneficial to the growth in this experience. But these goals, as I've come to realize now, they can be applied to every single aspect of this experience. And having the experience that you have given to me over this lifetime, one thing that I've learned is that a lot of this world lives from the perspective of fear. In my experience, fear was the predominant driving force in a lot of it. I learned do not do things through fear. And it translated from a child into an adult, and I was making fearful decisions based as an adult. Rather than following what I loved or what I felt I should have, I always made the safe choice based off of my own programming and agreeing that these were my own limitations, that I could not be successful at what I love to do because I didn't know anyone else in experience that was being successful doing what they love to do. Everyone had made the safe choice to do what they thought would be able to create success, wealth, and comfort in their life. And going through that experience, I've learned that I've gained none of it. I've gained what I thought I gained as wealth, I equally gained in debt. And everything that I thought was making me happy for the wrong reasons. And I thank you for showing me this. And it was challenging to get through this, but I can see it now. And so many of us in this experience, I've seen that we wake up in the morning, we take a shower, we do our morning routine, we go to work, we come home, we take care of our family duties. Maybe if we have hobbies, we'll play our hobbies. We go back to bed, and then we wake up and do the same thing again. There's never truly any form of progress. A lot of us live with a sense of complacency. And then when the weekend comes, we look for all of these amazing things to do in order to take us away from our normal Monday through Friday routine. And this goes on endlessly. We think it's about growing up and having a family and enjoying life and then going on, but that's not the only perspective. And going through this process, through this journey, everything is always changing. But it is our inability to let go of things as they change that creates the misery. So, as I'm seeing, it's all about releasing our attachments and being able to move through things as they come with no attachment. And the easier that we can release, the faster it happens. And the faster, or not just the faster, but the easier it actually becomes, because we start to realize that the fear that we feel is only up until the point of making the decision. After the decision is made, the fear disappears, and the realization comes that we had nothing to be fearful of in the first place. And it's like any other habit, the more and more we do it, the easier it becomes, and it just becomes natural after some point. So yesterday has really helped me to overcome a few more fears and help me to understand why things are happening the way they are a little more. And like I said, living that life that most of us live, of just the same repetitive nature every single day, I was no longer content with it. And, I'm grateful that you've shown me this. So through this process, the one thing that I've learned is that ultimately, to return home, it's about converting one's life into an entire life of devotion. To be an aspect of you and to work for you and to allow you to work through is no different than a body and its fingers. The finger can act independently of itself, but the finger itself is very limited in how much it can move and how much it can do. But if it can ask the body to move the arm, to move the hand, now the finger becomes more mobile and the finger is capable of doing more. At the same time, the finger then becomes aware that it is part of a body, and it starts to change its own intentions to be in alignment with the intentions of the body, so it can all work as one unit. So I realize and understand that we're stuck in this constant loop of this physical experience because of our attachment to it. We want to have it in some way. And in order to go home, I realize that we have to let go of that. We have to basically put down our hold and grasp on one thing and put our hold and grasp on something else. I know that you want nothing from us. You are all about giving. There's nothing about take. Everything's about giving. So in essence, your life is a life of devotion to give to yourself in your many aspects, which is us. So for us to become like you, we have to be like you. And to be like you, we have to become like you. So I made the choice to live a life of devotion. I don't know how it's going to manifest because I'm still going through the process. But I wish to live a life of devotion by being able to utilize the talents and skills that I have a love for in this experience and use it to share and to give back. All of these videos that I've made over these past couple years have just been a reflection of that. I've always wanted to find a way to share, but my talents and skills weren't at the capability to be able to share the talents and skills. So instead I shared the experience of learning those things. And now I can see where this is going to go in the future. So my way of living a life of devotion, from what I know right now, is about showing the life that I used to live, the transition into the new, and to go into beyond. We all, like I said, we most of us have the experience of the same same processes every single day. So I choose to turn this life into a story, this experience into a story. Hans Zimmer said in that video last week that this is a musician's lifestyle. Everyone will tell you to quit and to get a real job. But even after the tallest skyscrapers are built, even after the fastest railroads have been built, there's always going to be a place to tell a story. There's always room to tell a story. So I wish to tell stories of you through music, through writing, through any one of the talents, but not just that. To devote this life towards telling a story. To make this a life about faith, courage, fearlessness, hope, devotion, by showing the old life that I grew accustomed to and the transition into the new one, and to be able to document and to be able to actually see it, as an actual story in itself. So offer a life of devotion by creating a life that is inspiring to others and to give them the okay to do the same. Most of us know what we want to do, but we need the personal okay to do it. And many of us do not have that okay because we have not seen or been around others that have actually lived these perspectives that we wish to. So we live in our own fear. So I choose to live a life of devotion by using every aspect of my being in every moment to share and to give rather than to take. Thank you very much for showing me this, and I will continue to move forward.